You know. Hello, this is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes Podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. I used to say, I and me. Now it's us. Now it's we. Then most people would turn you away. I don't listen to a word they say. They don't see you as I do. I wish they would try to. I'm sure they think again if they had a friend like Ben. Hello, welcome to the Mocha Minutes Podcast. This is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me in my falsetto. Welcome back to the show. This person does not need an introduction, but I'll give her one anyway. Y'all know how I feel about her. This is my cookie pop. My lumpkins, my cookie pop, my mocha latte, my girl, my shiro, my friend. I have Cook from the HIGHly Inappropriate Podcast. Cook, how are you?
Hey girl, hey.
I had to have Cookie Pop back because these streets is streeting. How about that? Because my Lord, y'all are like, girl, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? How's it going in these streets for you? Because you was preaching that good word on the span report. They're like, oh, plastic collection plate.
Honey, I had no clue what was happening. I just showed up. I'm in that. And I'm okay. I'm out here. I'm just a little Black girl trying to make it in America. But it just seems like white America don't want me to live. They don't want me to be happy. They don't make it.
They don't want you to be great. Okay.
They don't. And I'm just sitting around patiently waiting, because I was saying earlier, when these white people go to civil war, and they're going to go to civil war.
Okay.
Watch. I ain't doing shit. I promise you. I ain't doing a damn thing.
I mean it.
I really mean it.
Can't be doing it. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't getting me out here embarrassing myself. Nope. It's like, what's going on there? I don't know, girl. Seems like a pity to me. But it's like, I ain't getting involved. I'm trying to tell you. Not getting involved at all.
I don't know those people.
Like, girl, I don't know her. At all. Oh my goodness. So Mother's Day weekend was last weekend. How was Mother's Day weekend for you? Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
It was real cute. It was a bop or whatever. My God served farts a lot. My Build-A-Bear. And
I was gonna say, I'm like, who is that?
yeah, Sir Farts a lot. That's my Build-A-Bear.
Oh, that's so cute. So that's,
Mhm.
oh, now I'm like, now I want one. What the heck going? How
Go
did
to-
I get here?
We can go to Build-A-Bear. We can go.
Right? I might
Mhm.
need to, because I'm like, look, I want to surf arts a lot, allegedly. Oh goodness. Okay, so I saw this and said, oh yeah, we got to unpack this because we're bringing back Am I the Asshole? And
Okay.
some young man, am I the asshole for not getting my wife a Mother's Day card, even though she told me that she would be hurt if I didn't get one?
Fuck this nigga.
No, it's like, if she said this, why didn't you? Okay. Again, men are ... My wife is pregnant with our first child. She asked a while back if we were going to do gifts / anything for each other for Mother's / Father's Day this year. I said I didn't think we needed to since we are not parents yet. She said she disagreed and thought we should and said, I'm sorry, and thought we should, and said she would appreciate at least a nice card. Today she asked me if I did anything for her for Mother's Day. I answered honestly no. Now she is upset, crying, and won't talk to me, saying I'm not thoughtful and are taking her for granted. I do not think I've done anything wrong here. I think she is overreacting. Am I the asshole?
Abort the baby. Sis, go fall down the fucking
I was like, now I can
see the closest flight of stairs and just take a leap, sis.
Oh my God, not take a leap, but she might hurt her own self. You know what's really funny about this? They're like, women, y'all need to tell us what you exactly want. She did just that, and you still didn't do what she. Is it crack or meth?
It's definitely crack.
Like, she actually said just a card would be nice. You could have went above and beyond and got a card and flowers, because I mean, this is your first child. It sounds like she is really, she's very excited, as she should be. It's her first kid.
It's sentimental.
Right. And the thing about it is, it's like, you're like, oh no, I don't think we should do anything. I'm like, see, this is what happens when Mother's Day is first. Because I'm wondering, would it be the same energy if Father's Day was first?
He probably would have used, he probably still wouldn't have got her anything. And that's where I'm landing on it. It doesn't matter. He wouldn't have got her anything because he doesn't take it seriously.
Right.
And the thing is, like, it wouldn't have hurt. If there was no harm in him getting her a card just to say, hey, I acknowledge you're carrying my baby. You're doing woman's work on Mother's Day, and just giving her some flowers or taking her to breakfast. I mean, he could have did a lot of things, just, and she made it clear.
That part. Right. Especially when she flat out asked her. She flat out told you, there's no riddle. She's not asking you to guess what she's feeling. And this woman is a very pregnant woman, so her hormones are all over the place. You lucky she ain't just rip your throat out.
She totally could have spit and he could have made a plate of bacon, spit on the plate and threw it in your face. Like, I mean, like, I can think of all the ways she could have reacted poorly to this, because what was the fucking point of you asking and talking about it? And
if you weren't going to do it anyway.
Exactly. That's the point.
That's whack. It's like, she's not, you didn't even have to guess. I'm like, am I still the asshole? Yes, because she asked you.
She told you what she wanted. And that's kind of the point. A lot of times women will tell men what they want, and men will go about the work of trying to convince you that that's not what you want, or you don't need it, because they don't want to do it, instead of just saying, like, I don't want to do it.
Exactly. This is stupid. Whatever. It's like, to you, but to the woman that is carrying y'all's kid, it's not stupid. Just fucking do it. Do you know, like, you could get a card for 50 cents at the dollar store?
Seriously, like,
it's 50 cents.
She said a nice card.
A card.
That means you can at least go to the Hallmark aisle at the CVS and spend $3.50 on a card with a cute little, like, a nice thick card with a bow, that with a little plastic around it. Maybe it's got like a little movable piece. You just move the little piece back and forth, give it a little something, anything.
Do you know? And it's like, I don't know if anybody know about my war on the cost of cards. I am
I
like,
support you.
I'm like, no, I'm like, I've seen some really cute cards at doll store. How and ever for Mother's Day, I saw this card. I saw it. I think I was at Walmart and I saw the card and it was two black women and it reminded me of me and my mother. And I think that card is maybe $5. I bought it so quickly. I'm like, I didn't even think anything of it. I'm like, I don't even care how much this card is. The card is beautiful and I want to give it to my mother. That's all I thought. I'm like, that's the thing. That's because I fucking care about her and I love her. This woman is carrying your baby. You can't even do something as little as playing at maybe the most $6 for a card. It's $6 whole. She's carrying a whole baby. I need you to weigh the pros and cons of this.
Yep.
Because I'm giving you an easy out of 50 cents for a card. But in all aspects, you better hit the Hallmark. As Cook said, hit the Hallmark aisle and get her a really nice card because she is actually carrying your kid.
It's not, that's little effort. Hell, you could have went on Instacart and ordered a fucking card.
Hello? And had somebody deliver it. It's like, girl, are y'all okay?
They're not okay.
It's like, y'all are just,
they're not okay.
They're so tiresome.
Difficult. Everything weird. It's just draining. Not only is he the asshole, like seriously, sis, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. Like he can't even hear you.
You can't even do something as small as just a card. I'm like, I'm just flabbergasted at this part. I mean, I'm very flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted. I'm like,
you heard what you said and did what he wanted anyway.
He
did ask the way. He was an asshole.
They're like, am I an asshole? Yes, yeah. You are. Absolutely. I'm sorry. Why are you confused about this?
No question. This is all on you.
You're whack. Whack. And I feel so sorry for that lady. I hope she divorces you. I hope she cheats on you with a basketball player.
Listen,
let's start low key. So James Hong, you probably have never heard this name, but you probably know his face or his voice. If you are a fan of the Kung Fu Panda series, he plays Poe's dad, the goose.
Oh yes, he was in Big Trouble Little China.
Yes, Big Trouble. Oh my God, women's like, I want these ladies with green eyes. Girl, what?
Yes.
Yeah. This man has been a character actor. This man is been acting for like 60 or 70 years. He's 93 years old and he has more than 650 credits to his name. And he finally got a star on the Walk of Fame. And he got it because Daniel Day Kim, aka him, started a crowdfunding campaign in 2020 and raised the money that is necessary to get him a star. So here's the thing, and it was something I didn't know. To get a star on the Walk of Fame, you have to actually pay for it. I had no idea. So Daniel Day Kim raised $55,000 because that's how much it costs to get the star. He raised it for him in 2020. Apparently the goal was met within 4 days. And so he finally got it. I think he had like lion or dragon dancers on there. I said, girl, this, like, him getting his star on the Walk of Fame seems super lit. But the fact that he is 93 years old, he's been acting for 60 or 70 years.
Wow, yeah, he has.
Why did he have to raise the I'm like, the fact that you have to pay to get a star on the Walk of Fame is like wild to me. And on top of that, it's $55,000. So now it's like, that's why some of our faves may not be on the Walk of Fame because they may not be able to afford it. And I'm like, it's about time. Because I was like, yeah, I know that voice. I know that face. This man has been in a lot. So very, very, very excited for him. Congratulations to this man that still at 93 years old is dancing at 93 and able to actually have his star on the Walk of Fame. Very, very excited. Happy AAPI month. I'm like, I love it. I'm like, yeah, I'm all about representation. So it's like, we Black women, but please know, we want everybody represented. We are not Asian women. We're still celebrating because that's how representation should work.
All right.
It's like, oh no, we're celebrating.
The party, we'll be there.
Hello, it's like, when the party? When we going? Because let me tell you something. If I could have gotten tickets, because I think it's sold out for Simu Leo's book tour. Oh, I'd be there. I'm like, I'm all about reading about like him talking about his life as a Chinese man in Canada. Girl, I was like, I'm here for it. I'm like, come on. I'm here. Cook, I don't know if I'm here for this. I'm still on the fence. But they still on the fence here. They are doing a reboot at HBO Max of House Party, starring Tosin Cole and Jacob Lattimore with one T.
I think I saw that. I think the original House Party with Robin Harris
and Kid and Play. Yep.
And I did see the original House Party in movie theaters.
Mm-hmm. And Martin Lawrence was in the first one.
Sure, we begged my mama to take us, and she she wasn't paying attention. She was mad because they had all them raunchy jokes in it, but we loved it. Didn't care. We loved it.
So Warner Brothers, it's from Warner Brothers, girl, has dropped the first look images for the upcoming House Party reboot coming to HBO Max. The reboot stars Jacob Lattimore, Tosin Cole, Karen Obulam, and DC Young Flat. Boy, that boy everywhere. Calmatic directs the screenplay by Jamal Olori and Stephen Glover. The project is being produced by LeBron James and Maverick Carter through the Spring Hill Company. Spring Hill's Spencer Biley and Jamal Henderson, along with Reginald Hudlin, Warrington Hudlin, and Gretel Twombly, serves as executive producers. This is, so apparently whoever Calmatic is, this is the first of two reboots, because we're also getting a White Man Can't Jump reboot starring Jack Harlow, Sinqua, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, Sinqua Walls, Tiana Taylor, and Lauren Harrier.
They want to put white men in everything, and I'm just over it.
I have seen the discussion, because it's the hippie hop, so I don't know too much, but I've seen people talking about Jack Harlow's project, and I am screaming.
He said it was trash.
Oh, that's what I saw. I said, oh no. I see, this is why I'm on the fence about this, because I remember House Party, and I'm like, it was really Kid and Play. I don't know the connection between these two. And I'm looking at this picture. I'm like, now, Kid from Kid and Play is very high yellow. Mm-hmm. This guy's not very high yellow. And Play could have had my virginity, okay? So I'm like, I need somebody extremely fine, okay? If you're going to be Play, I need somebody extremely fine. Not that this man is not fine. He's not. He is. He's fine. It's just, he ain't, spread my legs in the back alley fine. That's all I was saying. Okay. But we shall see. It's HBO Max. It's kind of like, that's why I'm kind of like maybe teetering on here for it, because the reboots at HBO Max, or some of the program at HBO Max, I have enjoyed. So there's that. So I don't know. But yeah, it's like he's not given. Do you know how fine Play from Kid and Play is? Because he's still kind of fine.
I mean, I know, like this.
People are like, what the hell? I'm like, you'll hear Kid Hive or Play Hive. Don't be coming after us, okay? Girl. Or give me his number and let me know what's going on with him. Thanks so much. What I didn't want to know, I really didn't want to know this, and on the 11th day of May in the 2022nd year of our Lord, Sandra Rose reported that two women who are carrying Nick Cannon's 9th and 10th babies have been identified. Bree Tiasi is expecting Nick Cannon's 8th child. According to sources, the other two women are an ex-girlfriend, Lanisha Cole, and Alyssa Scott. Alicia Scott is mom of Nick's son, Zen, who died from a brain tumor in December.
So she is pregnant again.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Lanisha, 40, I don't know why y'all telling us her age. Like it matters. I don't care. Lanisha, 40, took to Instagram to announce her bundle of joy. God has blessed me with so many beautiful things in life, but this by far is my greatest blessing. I cannot wait to meet my little pan Dulce, sending my love to all the moms and moms to be. Happy Mother's Day.
So he somehow convinced her to have another baby.
Girl.
Oh boy. They just replacing the babies.
And this man is only 41 years old. I said, this man went from 9 to 10. Lord, Mariah is somewhere sitting on her private island, girl. I am not. Nope, not doing it. This man lost a baby 5 months ago, and that woman, Alyssa, is pregnant again. Nope, I'm gonna shut up. You know what? Not gonna be. Nope. This is not. She had delivered said baby that she lost. This is not how to get over broke. Like when you like a relationship ending with man, how to get over a man, get up under another one. I am not suggesting this same thing with a whole baby. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. More and more, Nick Cannon's life is the plot of Species 2. I was like, nobody else sees Species 2? They're like, what? I'm like, that man could not stop putting his dick in people and kept getting people pregnant. This is not Nick Cannon? Or is that what you're all saying to me? I'm not saying this. I feel like I don't even want to be in the same room with Nick Cannon because I'm like, he don't get anybody pregnant. Do not be a person that has an active uterus because I feel like whether you identify as a woman or not, he might get you pregnant.
First and foremost.
Not first and foremost.
Just
I can't do this. I just want these ladies to have healthy pregnancies. I want your pregnancies to be stress-free, and I want you to be safe and have healthy children, and for you to maintain health.
I pray Nick keep a job so that way the money don't run out and y'all don't have to be telling us y'all business all over people.
Let me tell you something. You know what? Somebody, if y'all smart, y'all gonna open up a store just for him to buy presents for all these women having their children. You could clean up.
Let me tell you something. His baby photo shoot photographer.
Okay.
Cake the fuck up. You heard me?
I'm just saying. They're gonna be all together.
Going to retire by the time this is all said and done.
Honey.
Exotic locales for the pics and shit.
Hello.
And whoever puts together Nick's turbans for the shoot, I know she's making money. Child.
Oh my God. I just, child. We're at mid-key. And let's start with Dave Chappelle. So, all of y'all probably heard by now that Netflix had a Netflix is a joke fest at the Hollywood Bowl. And Mr. Dave Chappelle was doing his set. Then all of a sudden, a young man hopped up on the stage trying to attack Dave Chappelle.
Do we know why?
Fast forward.
Did we ever ascertain that?
Huh?
Did we ever ascertain why?
I have not. There have been alleged things, but I cannot find people going, oh, this is the reason why. I have heard rumors of he was making a trans joke, and that is why this man came up. Which girl, what? It's like, y'all, he don't care. He don't care about hurting people's feelings or tackling people. Like, He doesn't care about his toxicity because people still gonna pay him. He does not care that his jokes do not land the way that he thinks they are. It doesn't. Y'all still pay me to make these jokes.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care. But I do know that it is not a felony what happened to him. They're making it a misdemeanor. And that man is still very much in jail. There was a rumor saying that he had a weapon, according to
a gun-shaped knife.
A gun-shaped knife. LA District Attorney George Gascon, not Gaston, but Gascon. Mr. Lee was not holding a weapon when he rushed Mr. Chappelle, and we can see that by the video. And we also know that from the interview with witnesses. Security quickly separated two men, and Mr. Chappelle was not injured. So here's the other thing about this. That man got monkey stomped backstage, and apparently other people got involved too, including Jamie Foxx, who said, "We have to protect Dave Chappelle."
Sorry. Sorry.
You're so stupid.
These niggas are not deities, but go ahead.
They have to protect him, but he's a national treasure, sure. Apparently Chris Rock was also there, and he made a joke. Was that Will?
No, nigga, you should have said something when Will slapped your ass. Shut up.
Hello. So here's the deal. I remember when Mr. Chris Rock got slapped on national television at the whole Academy Awards, right? Everybody's seen it. There have been a lot of thoughts about it. Let me just say this. It's a whole bunch of wrong going on there. There's no one totally right or wrong about this. And I've maintained. Now, I wouldn't have slapped no man on national television, but I understand. Mr. Rock, if you can make a joke about Nicole Brown Simpson being murdered, allegedly by Mr. Simpson, then we didn't pay you to entertain people. You were there to present an award and sit your ass down, okay? That is not my thing. And I was like, Will Smith forgot that he's a whole black man, so no one's going to give you the grace of you just lost your mind momentarily, or that may have not been the best decision. They're just going to go, you're a big scary black man who just smacked another smaller black man, and look at how you look. There is no grace for you.
We think is acceptable because he lets us say nigger.
Correct. Yeah. So it's kind of like, again, also, Chris, you didn't have to make that joke. You went out of your way. See how this works? There's nobody totally right or totally wrong on this. There's a lot of school of thought, and a lot of it is valid if you're black. I said what I said.
If you're black.
It's like, I'm like, I don't need to, like, and scary, and I'm traumatized, and this is a war, and it's open season. And I'm like, open season on what?
Are people getting slapped in the mouth for what they say? I'm here for it.
Well, it was just like open season. Like this could be at a comedy show. Chris Rock was not at a comedy show. I mean, he was there to entertain. He was there to give out award. It's like he was not. It's like he was not doing any of this at all. And also, what happened to this young man? Because I've seen pictures where this man's hand looks like, hey, that's not how an arm bends.
Bro, they bent that nigga the fuck up.
Right. And I'm like, y'all, that is what will happen. You want to know why? Because this is a comedy show, and Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. This is literally, he has security. And also, this man, like, he got, when I say monkey stomped, he got monkey stomped backstage.
It was excessive. People in the audience were making comments like, it wasn't necessary. Like, once they got him down and Dave was, and it was like, okay, everything's okay, and y'all continue to beat him. Everybody was like, it was overkill. But I was like, you know what, white people?
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
Bet you'll never run up on that damn stage again, though.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, what happened with Chris and Will is the exception, but also it's not even applicable to what happens at comedy shows, because there's this phenomenon called hecklers. People have thrown things at comedians on stage. They have spit at them on stage. They have thrown things. They have jumped up on the stage. This is not new. Also, Will Smith is a unicorn, and your whole thinking of this will happen at comedy shows. I'm sorry, were they in a comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. So the thing about it is, here's full disclosure. If they had arrested Will Smith that night, I'd be like, well, he did kind of assault someone. So there's that. I mean, I'm just sitting here like, he did, assault someone. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's 1 + 1. No, the math adds up if y'all had just arrested him, which y'all should have. If you're going to like do all of this, I'm like, then you should have arrested his ass. If that is what y'all are saying. If that is then why didn't you arrest him? Because you knew he was getting a fucking Oscar. Mm-hmm. Y'all knew he was winning that night. So it's like, yeah, we can't arrest him when he's about to go get an award. Then escort him, like as soon as he gets his award, escort his ass to the damn police car. How about that? And I don't want to see him arrested either. I'm like, all of a sudden, like, niggas who was like, yeah, fuck the police and don't arrest this black man were surely like, when y'all going to arrest his ass? When? Anyway, this is not about Will Smith nor Chris Rock. So they are not making it a felony. They're making it a misdemeanor, but homeboy jumped up there. And here's the thing. That man's shit got rocked. Mr. Chappelle wants this case charged as a felony. 10,000 people saw Dave Chappelle assaulted on stage at the Hollywood Bowl last Tuesday night, and the assailant had a deadly weapon on him. The fact that this isn't charged as a felony case by the DA is insane. See how that works? All of a sudden, it's like, fuck the police. No, except when something happens to me.
Whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Apparently that man, I don't think he made. Oh yeah, he was able to post his bail because he was in jail for a little while. He did post his bail, and he is ordered to stay at least 100 yards away from Mr. Chappelle. But it's not really saying why you attacked this man on camera. Because it's like, did he make a joke, or were you just like, I'm tired of you talking shit about trans people? I'm gonna do some Googles because I'm like,
I don't think he had a reason. I think he just.
Let's see. Wait, I needed to talk to him. Oh, girl. Okay, let's see. So here's an update. Dave Chappelle revealed Thursday night, this was last Thursday, during an LA show why a man ran on stage earlier in the week and attacked the comedian. Performing at the Comedy Store 2 nights after the attack, Chappelle explained how he convinced security to allow him to talk to the attacker, 23-year-old Isaiah. I needed to talk to him, Chappelle said. He asked Lee what possibly could have prompted his attack, to which Lee, who Chappelle said appeared to him to be mentally ill, offered a story about his grandmother from Brooklyn who had been forced out of her neighborhood by gentrification. The attack was meant to draw attention to her plight, Chappelle recounted. Chris Rock, who was at the performance during the attack, was present for the Thursday show too. At least you got smacked by somebody of repute, Chappelle joked to Rock. I got smacked by a homeless guy who leaves in his hair. Rock responded, I got smacked by the softest nigga that ever rapped.
You sure did.
I mean, that's not untrue. And Chappelle represented
your motherfucking face too.
Right. He smacked you like the bitch you were. Okay, shut up, Stephanie. A Chappelle representative called the attack unsettling earlier this week. As unfortunate and unsettling as the incident was, Chappelle went on with the show. Jamie Foxx and Chris Rock helped calm the crowd with humor before Chappelle introduced the last and featured musical guest for the evening. Lee was carrying a replica handgun with a large blade that folded out of it similar to a pocket knife. Security guards overpowered the attacker, and Chappelle continued his performance while the man was taken away in an ambulance. Lee, 23, was detained and arrested for assault with a deadly weapon, but apparently it's been reduced down to a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. So now this is adding more to this. This man is mentally ill and used him as a scapegoat. So it doesn't really sound like it was Chappelle in general. It was just, I'm going to use the situation to fight the real enemy, which is gentrification. So you know all this, but want this man punished to the utmost extent of the law. This man who is mentally ill sounds like he maybe have been off his medication if he was prescribed medication. This adds a different layer to this. But again, a lot of mentally ill people have harmed other people. Most times they're more of a danger to themselves.
Sure.
So it doesn't sound like Dave Chappelle did anything to warrant or prompt this man to attack him. But it also sounds like you talked to someone who was mentally ill and is probably focusing on something from his past. It could have been his grandmother still alive. She could actually have passed away. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm glad that Dave Chappelle is okay, because he literally, if they're saying what they're saying is true, that he had a weapon, he could have really killed Dave Chappelle. He could have unalived him, as the kids on the TikTok say. And I don't want to see that either.
Unaliving sounds so, I prefer it, but it's like, yeah, he unalived himself. Like every time they say it, I'm just like, oh, I listen, I like perk up, like it's so serious.
Right. It's kind of like you go, that's an interesting way to say this. Unaliving. It's like, okay. I think because there wasn't like it just came out of nowhere. Did he do something warranted? Because of Dave's comedy, I think that was the first thought. I'm like, he must have said something, or someone's like, I remember what you said on this special or at this show, and now I'm going to dig in your ass about it. And now you're saying like, it's just that this young man needs help because he's only 23 years old. And like, if we're listening to the psychologist on the Twitter, his brain is still not fully developed.
And yeah, a lot of people are dealing with mental health issues after the pandemic and all the.
So, all the best to Dave Chappelle. Apparently, there was video of it, and Netflix is not showing the video of it because I think part of the festival is supposed to be televised, I'm thinking, but they're saying they're not going to show the video of his attack. I don't think you should, by the way.
I think they should get that man some counseling and let him go.
Pretty much. I agree with that. So I saw Talcum X trending, right?
Oh, buddy.
And I was just like, the fact that Talcum X is trending takes me down.
Because I'm glad we're calling things the thing.
So Shaun King disputes clothing line a scam after orders reportedly unfilled. Y'all don't see me put it in quotes, but you know what? No, I can leave. Okay. Activist Shaun King's private clothing brand, a real one, this is hilarious, has been accused of scamming customers after many took to Twitter and Instagram wondering why they have not received their orders 8 months after the company's launch. 8 months. 8 times 4 is 32, right? That's 32 weeks.
And we absolutely discussed, like, why was he selling white tees and sweatshirts and hoodies for like $150?
King, who rose into the public eye at the start of the Black Lives Matter movement, started a private clothing brand that launched in September of 2021. The clothing King advertised on his Instagram is 100% organic, Black owned from the seed to the shipping and everything in between. Deeply purposeful. Girl, what? King told Newsweek in an email that the accusations of the clothing line being a scam are not true. This is his statement. This is a complete fabrication. 2 things. 1, we had nearly 3,500 orders and shipped every order, all of them, some 2 to 3 times. Out of those 3,500 orders, about 150 people moved or had shipping problems. For those 150 people, we resent the orders or processed refunds. 2, we just emailed our entire customer base to ask any customer that might have fallen through the cracks to email us. 2 people replied saying they wanted exchanges or refunds for orders they had trouble with. 2, out of the 3,500, we also had 75 to 100 customers who had errors in their email addresses or phone numbers that may be hard for us to reach. When we then run those potential customers with errors up against all of the orders that were delivered, we don't see a single customer left with a contact info error that hasn't received their order. Still, we are standing by to help any customer that has a single issue or problem. Okay. A Real One's website advertises t-shirts and hoodies that come in a select few colors and designs, one of which depicts a photo of King smoking a joint on the front. The hoodies that are specific design are sold for $165. The products are advertised as 100% organic cotton that is harvested by Black farmers, then produced and manufactured in Africa. The printing for this hoodie is done exclusively by Black-owned print shops in the United States. However, people on Twitter have begun accusing the brand of being a scam after a number of people posted that they had yet to receive their orders. TV personality and comedian Ashley Ray wrote, "Hello, it's been 8 months since Shaun King launched a private clothing line that sold $165 hoodies. There hasn't been an update since October. The entire Instagram has been deleted, and the last existing comments were people saying they still hadn't gotten their orders." Ray went on to discover that the Instagram account for the brand was still active, but had reportedly blocked her from viewing the account. "Laughing my ass off. Shaun King really blocked me on Instagram on his main account and all his scam side hustle accounts. That is so thorough." While several users commented that they had received their items, many others claimed they hadn't. So there is a nice little thread, and a person who started the thread has gone private. It's like their stuff is protected, and I have a feeling it's probably because folks that enjoy Shaun King have started going after them. So the person that was up there, she had screenshots about people saying, "I have not received my stuff. Shaun took them people's money for their clothing line. You will be shocked to learn what happened next." So she had the screenshots in here. So a lot of people saying they didn't get refunds. One person said, "So I guess they know credit cards won't reverse the charges either, since it's not traditional fraud. Gotta love how they sent false shipping updates until it was passed." And yeah, that's very, very true. That's how a lot of people get scammed because of the way it's done. So one person said, "Received my sweatshirt, looks nothing like the photo, no tags anywhere on the inside collar, the sleeve, like the photos or inside. Nothing confirming it's organic cotton because it isn't. It's a poly cotton blend." I am offended. Poly cotton blend? Nigga, fuck you.
Girl, how tacky.
Tacky and rude. "Reached out for a return and crickets. I bought my sweatshirt in October, wanted to support so badly and feeling ripped off. $159 for a sweatshirt to support the cause, to hear nothing back. It's starting to feel like a scam." At A Real One, sent a DM and haven't a reply. Follow Shaun King, but haven't received my sweatshirt after paying $150. This is a scam. Believing in the cause, finding out it's BS. I want my money back. Girl. Woo. A Real One Instagram account has several instances where customers have asked for updates on their orders. One user wrote, "How do I get an update on my order? It never shipped and nobody's responding to any of my emails." Another commented, "What a mess. It's extremely," all caps, "unnerving to go through this. This is not good. I sent my sweatshirt back for an exchange weeks ago and I've heard nothing." One user tweeted, "I really don't know why anyone would fall for a Shaun King scam in 2022 because he's been exposed for scamming for literally years. But in case you haven't heard it already, he's a scammer and not doing any actual work. Lord have mercy." King has turned into somewhat of a controversial figure over the last several years after denying allegations that he mismanaged funds from charity projects that he helped set up. In 2021, Samaria Rice, the mother of 12-year-old Tamir Rice, who was shot and killed by police in Cleveland, Ohio in November 2014, called King out for attempting to raise money in her son's name without the family's consent. As I remember this, oh my God, I'm screaming. "As a white man acting Black, you are an imposter that cannot be trusted. My son was 12 years old and ... DOJ needs to reopen his case, period. Tamir human rights was violated. Why would you so ever make it about you? You are a selfish, self-centered person, and God will deal with you, white man."
Woo, she did say that.
I was like, "Oh, I remember this." King also recently criticized Elon Musk for purchasing Twitter, stating that Musk's purchase was only about white power. Yeah, that's the reason why he said he left Twitter. He's like, nope, I'm getting out of here because Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter and bring Donald Trump back. Girl, if you don't get out of here. So it's very funny. It's not funny because I muted and blocked Shaun King years ago because I feel like I didn't want to see his posts and people retweeting him because I felt like his Twitter it was like Black trauma porn. And I was like, I can't do this right now. It's like, nope. So I had blocked his Twitter. I'm trying to think if I ever followed him on Instagram. I honestly don't know. I probably didn't. I probably did. Who knows? Nope, I didn't. Had to go look. So, and then there's a I think Scam Goddess had a podcast episode where she went over the scams of Shaun King a few years ago.
I believe so. And I want to say I listened to it as well.
Yeah. So it's kind of like everybody kind of knows he's a scammer, but here's the thing. As much as I know about Shaun King and the alleged, and I'm going to say alleged because you're not sure, sue me, okay? Allegedly that he has done, even I didn't know about this, and I didn't. So it's so easy for someone who actually has heard the allegations to still not know about this line. So people who are not on the Instagram, not on social media like that, and they don't know this stuff about Shaun King, that's probably why. Or people just like, no, y'all just trying to bring him down because y'all don't like Black men.
Okay.
Talcum X still, okay.
Is he?
And, you know, I'm like, I'm Black because my mama was sexually assaulted by a Black man. Girl, what? Like, what? Like, ooh, take me to the king. I was like, I can't. But even I didn't know about his clothing line because I'm sitting here like, you're doing a lot of, it is Black owned. I get it from Black farmers in Africa. And then they come here and go to Black owners here in America. And I'm like, that just sounds like a lie, even when I'm saying it out loud. I'm like, that doesn't even sound feasible. Not that it's not. It does not sound, doesn't sound impossible. It sounds improbable. So I'm like, so the fact that this got more blow up because a famous person, and I'm gonna say famous because it's Ashley Ray, because people bring up, so essentially she is not someone who is no named. Yeah, so it's like she's somewhat famous. And so she just tweeted, as of today, we are recording on May 12th. Baby, if the shirts are real, then just send me one. This should not be hard to clear up. No need to tell us how many orders you sent 2 or 3 times. Just let me see the damn shirt and where it was really made.
Oh. Yeah.
See how that works? And this is from today. And yes, I do. I do have him blocked. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I had to get him out of here. So just in case you probably did meet this, because here's the thing, Shaun King saying he's off Twitter, but he is retweeting people. This is his pinned tweet. At its root, at Elon Musk wanting to purchase Twitter is not about left versus right. It's about white power. The man was raised in apartheid by white nationalists. He's upset that Twitter won't allow white nationalists to harass people. That's his definition of free speech.
Okay.
But did he say that he's here because his mama was, you know what? Shut up, Stephanie. Shut up. You know what, Stephanie? Stop that right now. But yeah, so Martin Luther King, Talcum X, Alexander Scamilton, he allegedly is still scamming, and instead of it being for charities, it's about business. So either he's allegedly scamming people out of money for his business that he's making sure is made for us, by us. That is FUBU, sir. Now you.
Where's Damon John?
That is FUBU, sir.
Paul LL Cool J.
It's like, child,
I'm scared.
You know, this should have been in high key, and it's not. It's not in high key for a reason. because it's 2 words in high key. Because, girl, I hope everybody gets their money back. I hope if y'all bought it through Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, your regular bank account, I hope anybody who has not gotten what they paid for, because $150 something for a sweatshirt. I mean, I understand about shoe prices. Sneakerheads can explain why this thing is like mint condition with sneakerheads. Sneakerheads totally hear you. And let's not even talk about Mr. West's clothing line. There's some stuff that's like, how much you pay for that? So did it. How Endeavor, people work too hard for their money. So if they're taking their hard-earned money to buy something from you, bitch, you better deliver. Don't be like, first of all, like 2 things. I'm like, no. I don't care how many orders you put out. Address why these people did not get their shit. That's it. I don't need to hear about all the people you helped. What about this person that's talking about it? Either give them the shirts or shut the hell up. So high key is 2 words. Kevin Samuels. So if you not have heard, Mr. Samuels has passed away. He is no longer on this plane. This man died, it sounds like, of heart problems. He was with a lady friend and he went into cardiac arrest. This lady friend called 911. They were not able to resuscitate him. The 911 call that this young lady made has been released. It's on TMZ. Girl, I'm not doing this with you.
No, I just feel like they're really trying to paint her as anything other than an alleged sex worker. But go ahead.
That's what I thought she was. I'm like, I thought she was a sex worker. Sex work is work. So she was at the job. Okay. She was at work. It's kind of like you having cardiac arrest in the Target. And then the people there are trying to help you. I mean, I feel like it's work. Sex work is work. That's just how this is. But she did call 911 because that's just a decent thing to do. So this man passed away. His mother is saying that she found out that he passed away from social media. So when I think about the passing of Kevin Samuels, like, do you have any sympathy? I'm like, I do, for his mother. No mother should find out their child's passing on social media. Ever. No one should find out on the news. No one should see their babies passing in any sort of media. Ever. So my heart goes out to her and his family that are mourning him. I am not celebrating his death. I am not, but I am also not celebrating his life. See, there's the difference. It was very much the initial reaction that I saw a lot, and it could just be the space that I curated, was very much indifference. Kevin Samuels passed away. So anyway, what are y'all having for dinner?
It's just nothing for me to say.
It was nothing for me to say. It was kind of like, it was very like, really? Like at first it was like a hoax. It seemed like it was a hoax because it was just one place reporting it. And then it was like, wait, what's going on? It took a whole day to get confirmed. It wasn't instantly. And I have always been of the mind of, if I don't see it like from CNN, it's not real. But Kevin Samuels passing would not be CNN worthy. It'll be TMZ worthy. And that's where it happened. I think the next day. So you saw people acting very, very odd about this passing. So you saw the indifference. And you know,
I mean, honestly, at first it was like, what? Like, stop playing. Then it was like, ooh, shade. The fact that he died to me was shade, but I'm gonna leave it there.
It was shade. I'm gonna leave it there.
It felt like it was shade.
It was like, wow.
That was some cold shade right there.
It was like, And I think it was also the way that he passed. Not with a wife, not at home with your loved ones, allegedly in a hotel room with a sex worker. Allegedly. As much as he has had thoughts about Black women and men, so yeah. So that's why he is this whole high-key. This man made a career out of basically inviting Black women onto the show to give them advice. Y'all can't see my air quotes, advice on what they should do. If you're over a certain weight, no man is going to want you. If you're over a certain age, 35, you are worthless. What do you bring to the table? If your child tells you that they feel uncomfortable with the man that you're being with, whether he is your biological father or just your man, you should question that child if they say, I don't like the way he looks at me, or he leered at me when I got out of the shower. Mm-hmm. This is the same man, but again, this was the man who started with men at first and told y'all, if y'all broke, y'all don't deserve pussy. Yeah. And when you talk about high value, he brought up money. So it was always very interesting to hear men who were Kevin Samuel lights or his acolytes talking about women are gold diggers. I'm like, you do realize he only saw you as high value if you had money. Mm-hmm. So essentially, he was telling you, if you don't have no gold, you don't deserve no pussy. But then you also had said, like, men who were broke in terms of millionaires, actually talking to us about millionaire problems. Let me tell you something, sir. I can't dig for gold-plated or stainless steel, not silver, stainless steel, or platinum plated. Okay. You got to have gold for me to dig for it. Well, you ain't got none, bitch. But again, he was giving y'all rich nigga problems. Your brokies. It's like, what is going on?
Like, nigga, those are rich nigga problems.
And rich niggas don't be saying this shit. It's like, if I got all this gold, these bitches better be digging for it because they got it. Yep. But that's neither here nor there. But we've been trying to tell y'all, you do realize he started with y'all first. But then at one, folks like people like symbols, right? Mm-hmm. It's in the Bible about symbolism, but we're not going to go there about how you should not have no graven. Never mind. Let me be quiet. Anyway, some people like symbols, and for them, folks symbolize their misogyny in a cheap suit and no socks. Y'all had no problem hiding your misogyny about a dude with glasses on and a Zoom link.
Girl.
Telling people that. Child, y'all gonna sit there. Y'all loved it. And now your hero has fallen. Olympus has fallen, it seems. What are we going to do now? Be the same misogynist niggas y'all always were. Now you're going to have to have more. You're going to have to use your own brain cells, and y'all got 3 together collectively. I said what I said. And I ain't changed. I'm kidding. Most people were like, oh my God, this is sad. We're losing out. Marlon Wayans was one of them. Listen here, sir. We don't care how heavy your dick looks. Or we've been told how it is. You're being a bozo. We also saw Tashina Arnold. You know, listen here, Beady Bead. We don't need you talking. Stop talking. Okay? Stop talking. One person I was very surprised. I didn't think she was going to take this stance. I thought she was going to be on the side. I'm pleasantly surprised. Is Vivica A. Fox. Him on her show. Cocktails with Queens. I'm sorry. No, she made an appearance on Cocktails with Queens. She said, this man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African-American women on a consistent basis. I hope this is a teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she may not be so kind. So the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't know yet the nationality, rest in peace. Because there's the rub to that as well. You saw the indifference, like, oh, I don't care. And then people like, how could y'all be like that? He could be like that. And then you saw people like, you know what? Fuck him. See how that works. See, the thing about it is that the demographic that he demonized, it was weird to watch people go, why is the demographic he demonized not celebrating his memory? Because we remember what the fuck he said. We are celebrating his memory accordingly. You could have just left it alone. It's like, I'm not saying anything. So I will say, even though I didn't really see it, I did see it. Where people were like celebrating, I'm like, I'm glad that nigga dead. That is not my stance. That is not my ministry. I can't do that right now. But I don't think I would ever do it. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
Girl, I feel like that nigga won't worth it. It ain't worth it. I think it's one of the main issues is that I feel like
go on, say it. Ain't no judgment here.
I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, at this point, it's like outside of total divestiture. It's all you can do. It's can't take these things serious.
I will.
Excuse me.
You're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just burped.
We're trying to be nice. And we are. We're trying to be nice.
I think the most disappointing thing is listening to the people who live and die by what he say. They sound ridiculous.
Ooh, imagine living and dying by those ashy words. Imagine. Ooh, girl. I just take me to the king. It's very interesting to watch. Because you just kind of go, you didn't need to hide your misogyny behind Kevin Samuels. Because anybody who literally was looking for the point, you were looking for any reason to justify your hatred of Black women. Everybody brings up misogyny. It's like, it's a hatred of women. It's hatred or aversion. So the thing about this is that there are a lot of men who do not want to grapple with this notion because they're using the literal definition of hate.
Right.
When we say you don't like Black women, you like Black pussy. If a woman could unscrew her vagina and they could leave it at your house, you would be fine because that's all you want anyway. You don't like Black women because you don't think Black women are people. You don't like Black women. You don't like, they too sassy and they too independent. But then also turn around and say, y'all need to stop gold diggers. Yep, stop gold digging. Y'all gold diggers. You only want man for one thing. Because you don't also want to wrap around your mind around this. Y'all niggas don't bring nothing to the table.
Ooh, there it is.
You're boring. You do not bring, it's like outside of your penis, what do you bring to the table? Because it's very interesting to watch what do you bring to the table? Bitch, I bring the house that the table is in. What do you want?
How about that?
How, like, I don't need to bring, I bring the foundation, the jacuzzi, the kitchen, the living room, three bedrooms and 2.5 baths, bitch. I don't need to bring you a fucking kitchen table. And outside of you making money and your dick that may or may not be adequate, not good, adequate, what do you bring to the table? And here's another notion that men don't want us to wrap our brains around. Black women for a very long time have been told to just date potential, not a whole person, not a fully developed human, the person who is potential to be a fully developed human. Black men don't necessarily be told that. She better have this. She be able to cook. She better be able to clean. She be able to take care of me and put up with my bullshit. Black women, you better be lucky if somebody even want to spend time with you, because you know how y'all are. I'm sorry, but fuck you and go to hell.
Girl, the closest hell.
The
Do
closest.
not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Don't.
To hell.
It's like, and that's what I've noticed, because then you'll hear Black men say, other women, non-Black women don't ask us to do that because they don't have to ask. You'll just do it.
How about that?
I saw someone on TikTok bring up Family Karma. Family Karma is a show on Bravo about South Asian folks. Young man on there by the name of Brian. He's in IT. He had been let go. I don't know if he was fired just to be fired or because of the pandemic, but he was in between jobs. He was dating a girl who was a doctor. Her parents are doctors. He was nervous to come to her father because he knew he didn't have a job.
Oh, buddy.
And so I think it's very interesting that people think, oh, Black women just want so much. And then you bring up non-Black women, failing to realize non-Black men, no, they better have their fucking shit together. Don't come at any woman in our community without your shit together. They're not told to date potential. Have your shit together before you come to my fucking door. That's the part you don't want to talk about. You better have your shit together, because the thing about it, that young man didn't like, she just accept me and know I'm in between jobs and accept it. And mind you, she had not said anything, because she actually was going like, no, I like you and it's fine. He felt the squeeze, knowing that he needed to have his shit together, because that is a cultural thing. It's not that non-Black women don't ask you to do that. You know that you better come correct. Why is it that you don't come correct to Black women? Or if they just go, y'all standards are too high. No, you don't want us to have standards at all. How dare you have standards? Don't you know? I'm like, yeah, I do. Black women, the demographic is running circles around y'all asses. Ooh. And now they don't necessarily need you. We hear bringing up your grandpappies and your uncles and your great uncles, failing to add the nuance of several things. One,
they're gonna lie.
That part. They may have a whole nother family across town. 3, because of racism and white supremacy, your granddaddies and your uncles only could have certain jobs. So before you sit here and say, my grandmother was married to the mailman or the plumber, because that's the only place that white people will let you go. Stop that. Stop acting like it was so, they just accepted any old thing, because you're only talking to your grandpappies and your uncles and your great uncles. You ain't talking to your grandmothers. You ain't talking to them. Ask them, how long you were married to granddaddy for 30 years? Yup. How many years was you happy? I'm pretty, you may not want to hear maybe less than 5 of those 30 or 40 or 50. Women who cried their eyes to sleep every night, screamed into pillows, had to nurse wounds, had to fight other bitches because he kept fucking other bitches, had to raise somebody else's children. Fences is a play, but please don't think that wasn't a hood story that could have possibly been true. Say a lot about Tyler Perry, but you think that some of this shit don't happen? I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. But again, that's what we tell our women. Just accept any old thing, because at least you got some man with you. What kind of existence, not life, existence is that to teach our women? I would never. And to see y'all patron saint, I'm putting in quotes, passed away in a life, in a fashion allegedly, that is literally ironic. Because I don't think death should be karmic, but the nature of your death is ironic and karmic. But it's more ironic. I think of Alanis Morissette's song when I think about how ironic. That's how you're passing. The only person I feel bad for is his mother finding out on social media that her son is gone. That is just awful. That's awful. He was a piece of shit, but no mama should find out like that. Not one, not a one. I can't think of a one. That's just awful. I was in a Clubhouse room last night. Shout out to Coco Connections on Clubhouse. And there was a young man in this room, and he kept pausing because he was so frustrated. He said, I don't understand why people listen to him. Because the group had played the long form of that clip that's short about him, like Kevin Samuels had put a video, and a woman he gave out these weird scenarios that, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, what if your child comes to you and said his father, that her father, because he used women, like this doesn't happen to boys, but that's another conversation. If she said that her father was looking at her, like made her uncomfortable, like get out the shower, what would she do? I would break up with him. Nope. You wrong. You wouldn't question your child. I had never heard the long form recording, and I was disgusted. You mean to tell me if your daughter comes to you and says, I feel uncomfortable about your mate, because he went from boyfriend to what if it's their biological father?
Honey.
What? So this man who had listened to the clip, he was so frustrated, he kept pausing. He's like, I don't understand. This is disgusting. Why would this man say this? Why are people listening to him? And the thing about it is he was like, I'm new to Clubhouse. And apparently Clubhouse is the wild, wild west, honestly. And he was like, I was like, welcome, because he said he was new. Welcome to Clubhouse. Let me just let you know, if you were in more rooms with Black men, they probably would say you're simping for pussy. You're just pandering to these women. As if Kevin Samuels wasn't pandering to y'all. He played y'all because he said it in a video. I could say that men need to get their shit together, and I would not get the clicks and views. But the minute I start talking about women, all of a sudden I would. He basically forecasted his own fame 4 years ago, because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And I am just like, he played y'all. Because one, when it comes to our community, every community out there, every community has anti-Blackness, every community has misogyny. Every single one of them.
Yep.
Even our own. So the thing about it is, it's so easy to play against that. And so when you listen to, everybody was just kind of like, why would women call in and talk to him? Oh, I don't know. Probably because one, all misogynists do not identify as male. They don't. The other thing is because we beat down the message into Black women Stop. If you don't agree with a man trying to educate you, you better listen to that man when he talking to you. We get that messaging. We've gotten that programming since, I don't know, birth. It's like, why do you think? Because we tell Black women, you just accept any old thing. If some man is talking, you better listen to that man.
Child, and I think that's something that a lot of men need to reckon with. Why do you want someone who's just going to sit there?
And no conversation, just, she'd better just listen to what I say. Okay. But what if you're wrong, boo? What if you're wrong? Also, it's weird to watch people talking about submission to a boyfriend. Why am I submitting to a dude that I'm just having chicken tenders with at the Applebee's?
To a boyfriend? Thank you.
Like, I'm just asking. I'm like, y'all want to use? I'm like, let's talk about submission. Submission is for husbands.
Mm-hmm.
None of y'all act like husbands, by the way.
Let's talk about submission goes both ways. Okay,
that part.
We're supposed to submit to each other, meaning you are also to submit to me as your wife. So
that's the other part. I'm like, you do realize there's a lot that you need to do as a husband to earn submission. To earn it. You have to earn that. Also, it is not for a dude I've been dating 2.5 weeks. What is wrong with y'all?
You're not just going to walk into my life and automatically start telling me what to do. Because here's the deal. I keep saying, I've already been raised, shawty. I ain't listening to my parents. I ain't listening to you. Mm-mm. What's the disconnect? Like, why? I don't listen to nobody. I'm disobedient. Yes.
I'm disobedient.
I'm insubordinate, period.
Not insubordinate. I don't think you're
off top.
Not up top. Up top. I'm disobedient, bitch. I ain't listening to you. You are not my supervisor.
My parents, you're not. And then the thing about it, my parents, they clothed and bathed and fed me, put a roof over my head, and I still ain't listening to their ass. Why you think you different?
I'm sorry. I'm disobedient. Sorry.
I'm disobedient.
Girl, the thing about it is that you don't want to hear that you are inadequate as a mate. Because it's like, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Definitely got to ask. I'm like, it never occurred to you to ask, why should any woman be submissive to you? I'm actually asking. I need to understand, because y'all help me help you.
Yes.
You want these women to submit to you, give them a reason why. The thing about it is, any submissive woman I've met, and I've met quite a few, they don't just do it because you have a dick. Trust. I can almost guarantee you that's not how that works. They're doing this because you have given them a reason. It could be financial reason. It could be because you make them feel safe. Any reason they have, it's enough. And I don't know many women who don't want to be with a partner. But here's the thing. The time of I'm just going to accept over any old thing in the 2022nd year of our Lord is gone. Just like your patron saint, it is gone. And instead of y'all doing better, you just want women to act like they don't see the red flags. Because I think there's also this judgmental, y'all don't see the red flags. Oh, we do. But there's always somebody whispering to us. Right. Y'all don't choose better. I'm like, so when we want to do that, you saying that we have high standards. It's both. Black women are gaslit on both sides. Either you want too much or not enough. You take too much or not enough. You want too much. It's no happy medium. It's no in between. There is no way that us saying y'all need to step up and be better providers or submissors is not a word. Worthy of submission.
Right.
I feel like this is Kerry Washington from Scandal. If you want me, earn me. Earn it. And y'all don't want to earn it. You just want Black women to ignore it. Meanwhile, you will weaponize non-Black women against Black women.
Listen, and that's the gag right there that really is just makes your stomach crawl.
It's like,
stomach
what?
Bro, that's unnecessary.
Very.
And not to mention very harmful to you. More harmful to you than it is to me.
Pretty much. Because when something happens, I don't know, your white woman stabs you. All of a sudden you want us to come fight. Why? He said he ain't like us. We left him alone. He said, leave me alone. I don't like y'all. Okay. Why y'all not fighting for him? Who?
Why? What?
He said he don't like us, remember? Leave me alone. I don't like Black women. Ain't that what you said? Then his family's like, oh, why aren't y'all fighting for us? Fighting for you for what?
You better go fight for your own child, baby.
Hello? It's like, the thing about it is, I'm not going to knock you if you are going to raise money. I'm pretty sure somebody out there who don't like Black women either is going to help you. Go right ahead. Let them help you. Because then you'll find out you're not going to get too much social justice without this. So maybe you should talk to me nice. Talk to Black women nice.
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice. Be nice. You want this, you got to earn it. And the thing about it is way too many, like, Black women don't ever want to change or work on themselves. Excuse me, people make millions of dollars in the self-help industry telling Black women to get your shit together.
Honey, what more do we need to be doing?
Excuse me, some man who has been married 4 times made millions of dollars telling women to think like a man. He made money. A lot of people make money. Derek Jackson got famous. A lot of people get famous telling Black women to get their shit together. So some people go in the bush and weep, or clear everything off the table, or make a coloring book with no real seam, telling Black women to get their shit together. And the thing about it is, we're told, change yourself to make yourself more desirable. Meanwhile, some Black man will say, oh no, I want pretty babies.
Ooh, honey.
Telling Black women they are not enough. Y'all spent millions of dollars, years telling Black women they're not enough. The minute they go, fuck you and what the fuck you just said, I don't give a damn what you say. Fuck you. Then it becomes, how dare you leave us behind? You don't like me anyway. What does it matter? You don't like me anyway. You don't like Black women. Like, what's going on? You don't like
yourself. You resent your mama, and you gave up on your daddy because he never gave a damn. So there's no point in joining him.
Okay. I wish I could let people know. Oh, actually, no. Yeah. It's very interesting where men are very proud of, like, oh no. I think I said this with Hayes, where for a lot of men, their only relationship with women is transactional. So if there's no benefit to you or any transactional relationship with a woman, it's never going to be that far. You don't care about them. Failing to realize she's your mother. So you have a transactional relationship. But some nigga walking down the street, she is just some random woman. She ain't their mama. She's not their wife, their spouse. I'm sorry, wife and spouse. Wife, girlfriend, aunt, cousin, daughter, mama, grandmama, great aunt. They are just some random woman walking down the street. Meaning they, based on your logic, can treat her like shit because they ain't getting nothing from her. That's the part that you're missing. Never treat any woman or call any woman something you won't want somebody to call your own mama. Because you wouldn't put up with that shit if some man was disrespecting your mama. What is wrong with you? I'm like, if you only care about the women that you have a transactional relationship with, you don't care about women. That's not the same thing. I love my mama. I have daughters. I have a wife. That means you came out of some woman's pussy. That means somebody bore the child from your seed that went into some woman's pussy. That does not dictate at any place that you care about women.
At all. It's not
at all. And on top of that, you will damage those daughters, nieces, cousins that are around you because, again, all misogynists do not identify as male.
Yep.
They push that shit. Racism is not, you're not born racist, you are taught. Misogyny is the same way. We are born into a misogynist society, but becoming a misogynist is not something you're born with, you're taught. Again, Kevin Samuels is gone, and I feel bad. Love and light to his family and those who are mourning him. Not y'all niggas who are hiding behind misogyny. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about his mama, his children. He had two. Yeah, them. Anybody else? No. Y'all wanted y'all misogyny wrapped up in a poly cotton blend suit and no socks on and glasses. I ain't talking about y'all. Leave Black women alone. Please leave us alone. It's like you can't ask us to be demonized and then celebrate him. Because y'all damn sure when Donald Trump is no longer with us, let me see y'all keep that we don't speak ill of the dead shit. Because y'all didn't do it John McCain and you didn't do it Barbara Bush. And I'm not saying that you should have.
Honey.
But I peeped that real quick.
They said Osama bin Laden was dead and them children took to the street.
Hello? Celebrated, okay?
That was celebrating. You ain't get all that for no damn Kevin Samuels. Ain't nobody do all that.
They were celebrating and screaming and playing music in the streets when that dictator was unalived.
All we did was say unalived. He was unalived. All we did was say, well, and went back to our
Well, anyway, what's for dinner? Cook you. What you think you having for dinner, girl? Oh, I'm having this. How dare you not celebrate him? Hello? It's like, girl, let me make this orange chicken from Trader Joe's. That's the shit. That's how I felt. How you feel? I don't feel anything.
I didn't feel a damn thing. It didn't even register on my radar after the initial, like, damn, the nigga died. I mean, honestly, it was just kind of like, Once it sunk in, it was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It's like, okay. It was kind of like, girl, do you know how many people literally were fighting for their lives because dudes were standing behind his toxic words and principles to hurt other people? Women peeling themselves bare, begging for someone to see them as humans. For y'all to do this. It's like, one, I watch women cry in clubhouse rooms, right? Thread upon thread, blog posts, Facebook captions, all of that, trying to sit here and say, see us as human, to Black men failing to realize that y'all sound like white people. How many Black people, non-white people, peeling themselves, gotta cry and bleed for white people to recognize their humanity. For Black men to do the same thing to Black women, cis and trans, by the way. I shouldn't have to say that because I just think everybody under the umbrella of woman is I'm including.
And it's just insulting.
Extremely. It is literally a slap in the face. It is a big slap in the face. The demographic that fights for everybody, even when they cannot benefit from it, we're always called to keep doing it. no matter if we benefited from it or not. The first thing they say, why are the Black women not here fighting for us? The minute we're like, I'm taking a social justice PTO day. I'm cutting them. I'm taking PTO today because the minute we do that, I'm like, oh, y'all don't really care. Y'all not really down. How many women, cis and trans, gotta die or bleed or be maimed for y'all to realize we are not your mules and we are people? And sometimes, more than often than not, you need to be standing up for us.
Return
you don't.
Favor. Be the motherfucking change you want to see, man.
Start with it. Start. So it's like, stop asking us to just take everything. And then the thing about it is, typically, when you need somebody to pick you up, if you're a Black woman, the person's going to be a Black woman. So then you're trauma bonding. Because it's like we're sitting there holding each other because we know what it's like to not be propped up.
And you banking on that.
Yeah. It's like I'm at my worst when I'm at my worst. When I've gone through the worst things in my life, there's always been a Black woman there. I'm a Black woman, so I'm there, but also it's usually another Black woman. Most namely my mother. So you bet your bottom dollar when it comes to Black women for Stephanie, always, you ain't gonna step on no Black woman in front of me. And if I see any Black woman peeling themselves raw to anybody who don't give a fuck about them, I'm like, baby, stop it right now.
Shit out.
Cut it out. I'm like, stop peeling yourself raw. Stop rubbing yourself raw for somebody who don't give a goddamn about you.
Stand
up.
Worth
more than that. It's like, I'm like, nope, we are done. Black women too great. The demographic is too great. Shout out to Dr. Rebecca Dupas. Said that Black women are all members of Queen Phi Queen. I'm so sorry, we are. You can pull up these little exceptions of Black women to try to denigrate the demographic. Baby, it is done. We not doing this with y'all no more. Y'all can pull up y'all little raggedy unicorn excuses or exceptions to rules. But when we bring up the rules of the demographic that is man, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to use exceptions to fight why we're not correct. Because there's no way to explain why every Black woman has either been a victim of sexual assault or domestic violence or knows a woman. And Black men are like, I don't know nobody that do that. That's not possible based on proximity. That's not possible. There's no way that I'm like, because I feel like I don't know. I'm like, I know at least 5. Everybody knows at least 1.
And the whole point is niggas act like they really be out sitting here acting like the majority of the men they know have children. Like they act like that isn't a factor. Like you do know these niggas. You still hang around and associate with these niggas, but you overlook that shit.
It's like that. It's like I need y'all to explain that, and nobody can explain that
because ain't no explanation
at all. It's like, child. So I said Kevin Samuels was all of high key, but can I just mention Jesse Williams?
Go on. So he wasn't circumcised. That thing was in a turtleneck, right? My eyes, am I looking at that correctly?
I think that is correctly. I think because I still haven't seen the video. I've seen maybe a still. And so I'm just kind of like, how did I see the 2 separate ways. One, it was kind of heavy. It was like, oh, okay. Wow. All right. All right. Sorry, I had to. Yes, I did pull it back up. It looks like it is a turtleneck, but it may be the lighting.
I ain't see no proper tip on it.
I didn't either. But here's the so I thought it was very interesting because they're like, I could see it. I'm like, so y'all, because I have maintained. Do you think his wife would be acting like that if the dick wasn't heavy?
Honestly, I think Aaron is fed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is
after a while, it's like the big dick ain't worth it. Who said it? Big dick ain't worth it, boo. It's like,
I think he's fed up with him because, she took care of him while he was trying to, get his career together, and she was dutiful. And then she, she stopped working to take care of the kids and be a stay-at-home mom, and then you decide you don't want to be together no more. And then you lost your motherfucking mind, and you gonna start dating white girls. Oh yeah, she ready to fight.
Correct. So the thing,
like, let her fight. Let them fight. Let them fight.
Let them fight. Because here's a very much. It's kind of like you go. His dick is heavy. Two things can be true. The dick is heavy, and he ain't shit. See how that works. But also the other part about it is, one, at that theater and the plays, most Broadway plays, you are not supposed to be filming. So, one, you did kind of like, one, for the folks that are in the theater community, they are appalled. Like, wait a minute. Y'all not supposed to be filming anyway.
Well, yeah, it wasn't supposed to get out, but his publicist understood the assignment.
Right. It's kind of like I mean, I could see if it wasn't impressive. The dick's impressive, no? But yeah, I get it.
Nominated for a Tony, and now everybody's flocking to see the play.
Right. So it's kind of like, because one, the thing about it is, I actually had a friend who saw the play before, and he had already told me. So I knew that he was naked. And I was like, and so it's like, I had already knew about it. So it's kind of like I knew. But the fact that we have a video now is like, see, now this just explains so much. I'm like, yeah, because at first it wasn't making sense. It totally made sense. It's like,
yeah. You love Grey's Anatomy to sling peen on Broadway. It better pay off, little nigga.
Hello? It better
pay off.
Because you literally like left because you thought, because like you'll say, oh no, it's good to do my art. You thought they were going to cancel Grey's Anatomy. So you like, let me leave this ship before it sinks.
Child support payments.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not working the way I used to. So you're going to have to reduce it. That's not how child support works.
They shouldn't have allowed him to reduce it because he's on Broadway making $1,600 a month. Like, that's a vanity project. That's correct. What he chose to do. That doesn't have anything to do with the support and care of your children.
Mm-hmm.
And
it does not.
His wife shouldn't be forced to go back to work after being out of the workforce for the last 10 years because you want to take vanity projects. It's not her problem.
Correct.
But like I said, it better pay off, and you better start getting them multi-million-dollar gigs. So she can go ahead and apply for her increase, but let you not have a career after this.
Mm-hmm.
Let that be the case.
So now it's like, if we see Jesse Williams having the OnlyFans in the next 3 months, can't even say like, no, no. It's like, no, definitely get it. I think that should happen. You're fine. But yeah, Jesse Williams and heavy dick don't mean he ain't shit. There's a lot of ain't shit dick. There's a lot of ain't shit niggas who got heavy dick.
Listen.
We just saying. We just saying. But now we said it. I think that is all that I have. Do we have any more? Do you have any more? Was there something else? Am I forgetting something?
Let me look. I think you touched everything. You did everything.
Okay. I was like,
yeah, because the Shaun King news, like, honestly, at this point, if you buy anything Shaun King sponsored, it's like you want to throw away money. And I think he just came out with another announcement today or something he was launching. Like another thing. It's over on Twitter.
No, girl. I'm like, I don't want to victim blame anybody because, again, as much as I know that Shaun King ain't shit, I didn't even know he had a clothing line. I wasn't going to buy from it anyway. And it was just like, I had no idea. Like,
but it's like they've already pointed out how he sends this notification. Like, I'm passionate about this project. I've never been more passionate about it before. This is going to be the best opportunity in the world. And I'm going to change lives and do this and that. And it's 100% cotton picked in America by real field niggas. And
cotton picked. I got to go. I'm screaming.
I mean,
that's picked from the finest cotton by these niggas in Africa. Girl,
that's what in Africa America. That's what he said. That's what he said. And
y'all, I'm sorry for laughing. It's
in that alleged press release. I'm saying
not alleged.
Like, you can. It's like they got numbers. He puts the announcement out about how passionate he is and how he's going to work hard to make this the best thing ever. And then within a few months, nothing happens. People are stuck talking about they never received the service or the merchandise they were going to get. It happens every time. And at this point, it's like, why is no one addressing him as the white nigga he is and telling him to stop preying on the community and stop playing?
I'm sorry, this should be nervous laughter. You know, I'll have to be honest. Now, so here's the deal. Everybody, you know, we are in the Black Twitter. We in the streets. We in the streets, in the streams, everywhere, right? I heard stuff for years. I thought when a white publication said that he was a scammer, I thought that is what was going to get him the fuck on out of here.
Something's going on.
It still didn't happen. I said, what the fuck is this?
White publications know he's a scammer. And my thing is, there's a major disconnect in the Black community where we hear information and we don't know how to process it to protect ourselves. It's something going on.
Right. Because I'm sitting here like, I thought that was going to be it. And it's not. So it's like all these Black women who have stories, the folks that really like him, they will attack them. I'm like, girl, I need to understand.
I don't trust.
I need help. Help. I'm like that guy in the subway car. Help. Police. Help. Help. I need to understand. I need help.
Girl, like I said, I don't trust anybody that fuck with him. It just don't make sense to me at this point.
Yeah, it's way too much chatter out there. And if you're not ready to hear it, then it's like, girl, I can't help you if you ain't ready to hear it. And I'm on the girl as gender neutral because it's guys that do that shit too.
Listen, I'm just tired of the scamming. Like, scamming's got to stop. Even though technically, if somebody wants to make a scamming webinar, like a quick 1, 2, 3 breezy breeze, you know, right quick, I'm okay with it because I feel like if the scammer's gonna scam, they should be scamming white people. Like that girl who scammed everybody out there $100,000 for that MAGA hat she wore that one time. That's what we need to be doing. If we're gonna scam, that's what you need to be scamming. Stop preying on your own community and scamming white people out of the evangelical money. Fuck that.
You like that lady in the way down, because man, she got a lot of people.
Bruh, I'm sorry, but sis should have been fired for her hair. That hairdo, I was sick of it. And that Black lady who was a member of the church, she was the best thing about that damn thing, about that whole documentary, because she was like, kiss my ass, sugar.
Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, yeah, because Miss Mama Bird. Look, I don't want to bring up because she might like write a whole sermon on why I ain't shit. I was like, Span, what the heck did you do to this woman? So first of all, but most of all, I'm like, oh hell. Okay. When I said, my face was stuck like, what just happened?
Girl, I live.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to unpack the way down because my God.
It's probably to do something. That lady, Natasha, she had the patience of a saint, because I would have went over there. When I tell you, I would have kicked that goddamn door down and got my baby out of there.
Hello.
But
I said, girl,
police were useful.
Let me tell you something. I will ride with you. When we going?
I'm just glad the police was useful. Like, honey, you are not her next of kin. If you don't turn her over, the fuck now.
Hello? I was like, how y'all not gonna get this woman her kid? I'm very confused where you bought your audacity from the way down store.
Those people, they were grifters. They weren't Christians. It was a cult. I do believe it was a cult.
And that's the thing. Nobody wants to have that conversation. No. Like, we ain't going crazy.
I believe marriage is a cult, honestly.
Oh.
If you listen to married people and they try to convince you, like, don't be single, don't say single. If you listen to them, it's like, you sound like you're trying to recruit me into your cult. Because
girl,
y'all can't be that happy. You're not really that happy.
And if you are, I feel like you're lying. I feel like y'all lying to us. I also want to know why y'all lying to us.
I want to know why we got to do it so bad.
I want to know.
Why you respect people's decisions to stay with themselves and to love themselves. I don't get it.
I want to know that too. Because I'm like, why does this bother y'all so much? People are like, I don't want to be married. But don't you want to be happy like me? But are you happy?
Define happiness, babe. Because what makes you happy isn't going to make me happy. Also, too, watching married men get upset that I don't want to be married is weird. Like, my nigga, your wife is right there. Worry about her. And if she wants to be married to your ass, don't worry about me.
You're like, why do you care? Because I want you to feel like me, but you don't seem happy, darling.
You're not happy.
You don't seem happy at all, darling.
And they don't like the fact that, some women are actually content being single. Like, it's cool. Honestly, being single is not hard until you're horny. That's the only time.
I mean, that part.
But then also, too, you could be in a relationship with somebody who's terrible at sex. Like, it's just all kinds
Honey, talk about that, please.
It's all kinds of shit happening. Like, the niggas that I want to blow my back out are homeless, okay? So there's that. Well, I just can't.
It's like, look.
These niggas who slanging pipe for real, that's really going to have your toes curling and you doing some wild shit, fucking up your credit. Them are the baby daddies that got like ghetto twin, like 4 sets of ghetto twins. Those are the niggas that, you know what I'm saying, are just underemployed.
Did you say ghetto twins?
Don't work ghetto twins. Like, they be having like God. 4 sets of kids the same age, but nobody's a twin. Listen. They got back to back baby mamas, but that DAC, niggas don't be working or, staying employed like that gainfully because, you gotta learn how to fuck. So you can't be going to work all day if you learning how to fuck and shit.
Unless that is your work. And so
that is, and then, you meet a nigga who do go to work, I may have to train him, which isn't a problem. What I'm saying? But you gotta be working with what I do. It's a lot. You don't just come to these conclusions lightly. You understand?
You don't. It's like, no, there is levels to this.
We have put a lot of thought.
You're dealing with women of a certain age. Just know, we do not take subpar dick.
No.
If you come into this door, you better be. Let me tell you something. You better be able to do some tricks. Mm-hmm. More than one trick. Putting a finger in my ass is not a trick. I need you to do other stuff, baby.
You don't have to go a long time, but you need to go more than once. I need rounds.
I'm just saying.
We need rounds, period.
Right.
More than one round. I'm sorry. If it's going to be one round, you better put it down.
It better be a long round, goddamn. It better be a cross country. If it's a race, it better not be no sprint. It better be cross country.
It better be the round.
I mean, just one, because that'd be like that. All I need. The fuck out.
Okay, you better put me fucking out. Period.
I mean, out. Do not give me no bullshit ass strokes, because nigga, what?
Full Roberto Duran.
Not Roberto Duran.
Okay. Leg shaking.
Okay, leg shaking.
Body rocking. All of that. I need the works.
I mean all of them. Like, how many tricks? All of them.
Like, you better make it count, nigga, because the truth
And
is,
I mean
I'm perfectly where I'm at in my season, in my healing. I'm perfectly content with trying to dick out and never talking to you again. I'm perfectly content with
that.
that.
I mean, she don't never talk to you no more. I got what I wanted.
I mean, I tried it.
I mean, you know, I guess
and,
it works. We'll see.
He got some. He's got a good.
Yeah.
It happens.
We'll see.
But if that thing ain't hitting, I'm never gonna speak to you again.
I'm out. It's like, it's like, you talk to him? No, not really.
I don't know that nigga.
You know,
right back in the I'd never met that motherfucker before a day in my life. Never seen him before. Couldn't pick him out of lineup. Sorry to that man. Period. I've had it. We've all had it. Everybody's fed up.
Everybody has it. Well, it's like, how come? See, and that's how you get entanglement conversation when you go like, yeah, you dropped off dick and I got it, and that's it. What you need? You need something?
That bitch.
Child. It was like, I'm sorry, this should not be that funny, but it's like, can you imagine? I'm like, girl,
I'm perfect. I'm just at the point right now. Like, if I try it out and it ain't good, I'm going home. If you can't redeem yourself within that whole time, like, that's why you got to go round. I mean, like, I'll give you the first round, but if you can't do the second round and kind of like really, demonstrate what's gonna, what to expect, I can't fuck with it. I'm over it.
Like, I'm good. It's like, I don't. Yeah, I'm out. It's like, shout out to everybody. I didn't have fun. I'm out.
Yeah, I took this nigga weed and a handful of cigarettes last time because I was like, that just wasn't. Like, I'm leaving here with something.
Did you say his handful of weed?
I just took a handful of weed. I sure did. I took a handful of weed and like 3 Newports. I took a handful of weed and 3 Newports. I sure did. I was like, I'm leaving with something. I'm not leaving handed.
Sometimes it's like, no, I need something else because I need something for my time.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna leave with more than what I came with, one way or another. If I got to take your Kendrick Lamar CD, I'm taking that shit.
Your Kendrick Lamar CD.
Well, I don't care if it's CD. I'm taking that shit. I'm leaving with something. Like, it's we going back to robbing these niggas. I mean, listen, in the 90s, if you was fucking with a nigga and he was acting up, you go through that big book of CDs he had and you start picking out all the good ones you like and shit.
What happened to what you talking about, bruh? What happened to my CD? It's missing?
Oh, that's what your Outkast CD is, nigga. I don't even listen to Outkast.
Yeah, it's like that. But you love 5 stacks.
Let's talk about.
You love 3 stacks. Do I?
Do it? I don't even know who that
what you talking about. Yeah. Girl.
Listen to them after Equimini. Don't play with me.
No, don't play with me.
I don't even want Stankonia. Why would I take that? Oh my God. I love Stankonia. I don't care.
For real.
I love Stankonia. It has some text on there. Honey, that Humble as a Mumble was one of my favorites. Gangsta Boo was one of my favorites. Call Before You Come. CeeLo had a song on there before we knew he was a perv. It was a lot of songs on there on Stankonia that I really liked. I need to go back and listen to it.
Yes. Yeah. See, we ain't shit. But yes, we are shit.
No, let these niggas know. Like, nah, if you don't want to pay for me to go out to eat, you want to do some $5 shit. Well, if you let me into your house, since I gotta come to your house and chill with you to get a proper date, I'm fucking robbing your house. How about that? I'm walking out with something. I'll walk out with all your salt shakers, nigga. Don't have seasoning in there. I'll take all your seasons out in my purse. I will.
Did you say?
I will. You will start doing these niggas. Just be grimy when you go to these niggas' houses. Take a shit, don't flush. Leave that shit in there. Just bounce. Like, come on. Like, just be grimy when you deal with these niggas because they're offering you the bare minimum and they're treating you like trash anyway. So fuck it.
I'm sorry. This is just funny to me. I'm screaming. Yo.
You don't like it, but some woman is sitting there listening to me like.
She like, no, it's like, I don't dislike it. I'm screaming, laughing. And somebody probably sitting home taking notes. Treat these. Yep, that's what she said.
and we can watch Netflix and chill when y'all supposed to be getting to know each other and he not taking you nowhere. Walk out with
and I mean
the cords. Take the cords from his PlayStation or his Xbox, whatever you got. Take the cords from shit. Leave the control, leave everything there, but just take the HDMI cords out.
Oh my gosh. Get into his Wi-Fi, but like, you know how you can
with the password,
get the password, change the password and leave. You're like, what the fuck? It's like, well, your password changed. It did. Mm-hmm.
You gotta call Verizon. They gotta come bring you a new router.
It's like, change everything. Change the password, the passcode. What's your passcode for your account? Mm-hmm. Change it.
Change your Wi-Fi password.
Change it. Change out. All right, see.
Or learn his Wi-Fi passcode and his login, and then shut it off around 8 o'clock. You know you can shut your Wi-Fi off at 8 o'clock. You can go into the network and shut the Wi-Fi off, and then shut it back on.
Mm-hmm.
Do that every day, like 6 o'clock, shut his Wi-Fi off. So you gotta go outside and shit. Fuck these niggas. They don't want this. Be hell on earth, okay?
Y'all. This is why I said Cook had to come back. Just know we be having these conversations off mic. I just want to let y'all know. And they be just as funny, by the way. Even more funny because it's off mic. But y'all, I believe we have a show. This has been a Mocha Minutes podcast. Cook, thank you for being here. And I am rusty at this because I realized I didn't tell Old Man Wade this when he was here last week. But please tell them. Thank you again as always.
You're welcome.
Because I fuck with you the long way. But tell everybody how to find you and the show with the hot fire intro. Okay.
Well, right now I'm on hiatus. Y'all know I'm back in school. A nigga's busy.
I'm on school.
And I'm coming back. You know, I'm never gone too long or way too far. I just be having to do things and handle my business. But you can catch me on HIGHly Inappropriate _Spanet, SPANNET on Instagram, and you can catch me on Span Networks. Whenever I pop in and do a show with my peoples. My shows will be coming back. I'm gonna try to get some material out this summer to y'all. So stay tuned for that. And then I'll still be like on Twitter every now and then and Facebook, but for the most part, you know, like I'm out here, I'm around. And you can catch the show on iTunes, Podcast Addict, anywhere where RSS feeds are picked up.
Yes, she is on hiatus because she is a whole woman getting more education because she already educated. She getting more educated. Okay.
I am a student again. That's
Come
wild.
on, student. I love it. Y'all, this has been the Mocha Minutes podcast. I will be back next week. So thank you guys for listening. All right. Bye.